What's up, guys, and welcome to the Nani No Anime Podcast, a weekly anime podcast where I get together with my boy SeeOhKnee and we talk about all things anime, the things we're watching, the things we're liking, and the things we're jerking off to. Sometimes, not really. SeeOhKnee, how you doing, dude?
Not too bad, man. Not gonna lie, you're doing really well, and then you just kind of lost me. My mind went to hentai for a second, and I was like, no, still not interested. Moving
That's
on.
fair.
Anyways,
I mean, in your defense, a few people did listen and actually sent you to @SeeOhKnee, SeeOhKnee on Twitter, and sent you some Attack on Titan hentai. So, I mean, in your defense of your,
it was gruesome. Some
yeah.
of that shit, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like some of the shit that you sent me that I was like, I didn't even want to see this. And like the goal was to get you into hentai, and I feel like it backfired. I feel like y'all need to send him some like good hentai because
that just pushed me even farther away.
I feel like we pushed you farther away from just the horrible weeb trash that you could be. I know the potential's there. It's just we have to get there.
It's finding. I guess it would be finding the right thing.
That's fair. So, how you been? What you been watching? You watching anything new?
I mean, I watched more Haikyuu. It's
what episode are you at?
6.
6?
Yeah, I just finished episode 6 right now. So, I know you were watching it. Tell me.
I watched episode 1 and 2 of Haikyuu, and so far I will say, I'm not blown away, right? First 2 episodes, but even all of like the huge Haikyuu fans in my chat said like, don't even worry, it gets better. What was interesting is I went in with such high expectations because, you know, with seeing how popular it is, with the nonstop talk about, oh, it's the best shonen, it's my favorite shonen, it's my favorite anime. It was really good. Like don't get me wrong, like the first 2 episodes, like I think I'd probably give it like an 8, which is pretty damn good. But for the first 2 episodes of an anime, you know, you can tell they're setting up something, so I'm sure it's going to get better. But I'm really impressed. I thought it was actually pretty fucking good for a first 2 episodes.
The thing that I enjoyed the most about like the first 2 episodes, I think, was just the amount of character development that happened. Like it really, it showed
That's
you
true.
a main character who had a lot of weaknesses, but still had the mentality to like persevere and keep going, even though like he was playing in a like his own volleyball club that's literally just him.
Yeah.
The dude's literally like spiking the ball against the wall,
which is crazy to think about, that like he's in there doing that well by himself in a very team game. Like I would say volleyball, you need a team. It's not like, you know, other sports where I feel like, you know, a person can carry it. I feel like, is there a way to carry in volleyball? Like, I don't know. Maybe.
No. Well, according to the rules, I mean, the same player can't hit the ball twice.
Oh,
can't
really?
hit the ball like back to back. So like you can't like bump it and then spike it at the same time. Like someone else has to hit it, to my knowledge at least.
Correct us.
It has to. I know it has to rotate. I don't know exactly if you can have like, obviously if you have 2 players, right? If it's 2v2 or 1v1, obviously different story. But if you're playing like a 5 versus 1, I don't exactly know how that would work, because
I feel like not great. Like I feel like there ain't no coming back from that.
Well, because there's only so much you can block, because you got to remember there's going to be 2 spikers and 1 setter. So the person in the middle is going to be setting the ball, and whichever side that you're blocking, obviously the setter is going to throw it to the other side. Is what I've learned so far while watching this.
I was going to say,
you don't fuck with the setter, okay? He is the pivotal piece of a team.
I was going to say, I was like, I haven't, they've started to explain it. I don't understand it yet. Maybe by the end of season 1, I'll become an expert on volleyball and how it works. I don't know.
I will say, like, the fact that they kind of start you off at, like, right off at the tournament. They're just like, here,
yeah, like
go.
No fucks given.
Have fun. And you get to see him in an environment that is not is based around teams, but the team that he has assembled is kind of like a ragtag bunch of people that are just like, sure, I'll come play. I've never played volleyball before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've helped you out a couple times.
That would
like,
be
I'm
like
assuming
me agreeing. Like, yeah, I'll play volleyball with you. It's not going to go well, but I'll give it a shot.
I'll play on the team. Like, I feel like he kind of convinced all of them. And that's why you kind of see there's no cohesive teamwork going on with them.
Okay.
Like they don't know their roles. Whereas the teams that they played against, everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing.
That makes sense. All right. Can I ask you the real question? I brought this up during the reaction that I did for it. Is Haikyuu not literally Naruto with volleyballs? Orange versus black.
Oh man.
Think about it. Just think about all of the comparisons. There's so many similarities.
I don't think so. I mean, like, there's a lot of similarities, but I don't think it's.
I was just trolling. I wanted to see what you'd say. I made so many people.
I don't think it's like.
I triggered so many people, dude. When I did it, they got so mad. I just wanted to see if I brought it up, if you would be like, "Oh, maybe he's right," because that would have been really funny.
I mean, like, I understand what you're talking about with the similarities, but no.
I tried, boys. I tried.
You did, and the fact that like Naruto's like was on a swing set at one point in time, just kind of swinging all by himself, and Hinata's kind of playing volleyball against a wall all by himself.
See, boom, similarities. I told you. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So, oh my god, I am actually really excited to see more. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to get to it. I do really like it though.
I mean, I'm like I said, I'm a little bit farther than you, and I'm enjoying it. There's a lot more character development that's happening that is kind of like, okay, I guess my only issue is which I don't even know if that would really be considered an issue, is I feel like once they complete one hurdle, immediately another hurdle gets thrown at them. There's no like.
Isn't that like most anime though?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I felt like, I have to say, like, I've been reading Bleach for a bit, and I felt like this weird thing with Bleach where after the Soul Society arc, I feel like they wrapped it up so well, and then it kind of just like, it got really tame, and now it's starting to get crazy again, and I'm kind of just like, I don't know, it was very jarring to see like something close out so well. Like such a definitive like end for an arc, and there was not really any bleed. It was like they did it, it's over, back to normal, and then the next threat came up. So I can kind of see where you're coming from. I always feel like that's a little jarring, but I don't know.
I guess that's just most
handled well.
Anything that you really watch though has to have some way to continue the story.
You know about Dragon Ball Z? I mean, think about anytime you think about Dragon Ball Z, you think about like the main arcs, right? You think about like the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, the Cell saga. Maybe the Android saga, and the Boo saga, right? But we don't talk about the Garlic Jr. saga. We don't bring that up.
Fucking Garlic Jr.
We don't
even that little fucking
that's
monster.
What I'm saying. Like there's certain arcs that you just don't talk about.
Was Garlic Jr. canon?
I think he was, actually. I might be wrong. Correct us. But if I'm not mistaken, I think I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure it's canon. I mean, if you want to look it up and check, you can. But I'm pretty.
I'm gonna let the comments tell us.
Yeah, be honest. I might be wrong. We'll have to see.
I remember. The World Tree was canon, wasn't it? Because that was the first time we saw Kaioken.
No, I'm pretty sure the World Tree was a movie, right?
Yeah, the World Tree was the movie.
All the Dragon Ball Z movies. All right, fun fact: every Dragon Ball Z movie is non-canon, including Broly and Bardock, even though the characters themselves are canon. The only canon Dragon Ball Z movies was when Battle of the Gods came out, which was Z. That was canon. Gold Frieza, the movie, I think they still called it Z. That was canon. And then the Broly Super movie, that's the actual canon Broly.
Lame.
It's all fake. You've been lied to, just like Dragon Ball GT. So speaking of bad sagas, Greed Island. I am coming to a close on Greed Island for Hunter x Hunter. I probably worded that segue bad. I don't think Greed Island's a bad arc. I don't know why I worded it that way. But I am in this weird love-hate relationship with Greed Island. I love you so much and this podcast so much that I watched the second to last episode of this arc, and now I have to wait to watch the next one. So thank you for that, SeeOhKnee.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But so I have this like weird love-hate relationship with Greed Island, where Greed Island has so many incredible highs. Like the dodgeball with Razor and the thing with the bombers, but I feel like it's really dragging. Like I feel like 90% of Greed Island was going just like working on training but not really accomplishing much, and then like he accomplishes a fucking shit ton. And I feel like they could have reduced the amount of episodes they dedicated to the training to like half, and I feel like it would have really kept up with the pacing.
Let me just put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I
tell
agree
you
to
exactly,
an extent that it does. It in moments it does.
Should I tell you exactly where I am?
What?
Should I tell you exactly where I am just to make sure? Because
yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead and tell me so just I can bring it up. Sure. So I make sure I don't talk about spoilers.
To the end of the Green Island arc for the next 30 seconds, and then you can probably turn it off. I'm at the point where Gon defeated Genthro, if I'm saying his name right, and like lost his arm and fucking like broke the other one. And I was freaking out the whole time. I was like, oh my God, he snapped. Little Gon isn't so little anymore. He's going to murder everybody. And then found out that I was wrong and he was nice. And he was like, we'll heal you. But that's where I left off. I haven't seen.
So you just got to the point where
where everybody's showing up because the announcement came out that, you know, the quiz is going to happen to get the final card.
Okay, so you just got to the quiz point then.
Yep. So I haven't started the quiz
so
point.
Everyone's been healed then?
Yes.
Or who's been healed?
I think they just healed Genthro, if I'm not mistaken.
So they healed Genthro.
I think so. Literally, the people all showed up because I think they know that Gon and them all now have 99 cards. But yeah, so like, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's just I feel like they really dragged out the training arc. And I've seen a lot of people in my comments say that like Great Island is like not that great of an arc. And I don't know if I agree with that, but I am curious like if my issues with it are the same that the people complain about. Or if it's like One Piece, where I thought Enies Lobby was really good and everybody was like, nah, Enies Lobby is like kind of mid. And then I started Water 7 and I was like, oh my God, I kind of understand now why everybody looked down on Enies Lobby. Because like Enies Lobby, or not Enies Lobby, my bad. Skypia, I'm an idiot. You know, I can see the idea of being like, yeah, Skypia kind of wasn't that great when you go from Skypia to Water 7. So I'm wondering if the reason why people are shitting on Great Island is because another crazy arc is coming, which I guess wouldn't surprise me since we're at like the halfway point at Great Island.
I mean, can we just take a moment and just acknowledge that we got to see Hisoka in a role that we never thought we would see him in?
Did you just call him Hisoka?
Yeah.
Hisoka.
Whatever, my bad. Whatever.
I was like, for a second, I was like, he's Hisoka. Hisoka. What?
My bad. Oh, I'm gonna get grilled for that.
Oh yeah, you are. Bro, you gotta remember when I was saying Gon and Kilo, or when I said Kilo's name wrong, all right? That video got 100-something thousand views. So TikTok, I expect Hisoka to get 1 million.
Great.
Oh my God. Oh, this is gonna be great. I can't wait to see whatever little fucking things Carly adds.
Seeing him in like when they did like the dodgeball, like seeing him in like a role that actually is helping was very interesting because that dude is a cold motherfucker.
Is he though?
But he gets off on some weird shit.
Dude, Hisoka, like I am in this weird thing where I like love Hisoka and then I'm like, oh my God, you're so fucking creepy. But like, dude, I can't wait to see more. He's fucking weird, but like he definitely has still got some secrets. Like we got to really see some of his power, I feel like, in that fight. Or in, you know, when they were working together, but I feel like he's holding some shit back that we haven't seen yet, and I can't wait to see it.
You know, and that's where I feel like the reason why Greed Island maybe to you wasn't like a little bit of a drag is because it did like it had like somewhat of a main protagonist.
Yeah.
You know, like the bomber.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like in your face. At all times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what's weird is like it's not that it's bad. Like I definitely wouldn't say it was bad. I enjoyed it. It's just there's something about it that just made it feel dragged out, if that makes sense. And it's normally like I'm sure a bunch of people that maybe haven't seen my reactions already are going to be like, "Oh, is it because it's not all action?" I'm like, "Well, no, because there was a lot of non-action leading up to that and I enjoyed all of it, you know? I just feel like the pacing I feel like the pacing was like almost flawless up until Great Island, and then it's still good. It's just got a couple rocky patches, and I think maybe that's why it was so jarring because
which parts? Let me ask you.
Mostly when they would break off to train. Like there'd be moments where like they would be training, and it would be like 2 episodes straight of like And I understand that the training was important. Like the part where like Gon was training to like shoot himself up from his fingertips, right? And Bisky was like judging him, and we were seeing, and she like didn't expect him to do it. And it was one of those things where like that dragged out over the course of like 2 episodes, and it definitely didn't need to be. Like all it was him trying and failing and trying and failing. And like I understand what they were getting at, because we know how Gon is, right? He's very much, if he can't do something, he will fucking try until he makes it happen. And it was one of those things of like 2 episodes went by of them doing this training, and he didn't even fucking do it. And it still made him stronger, but I was kind of just like, did we really need to drag out? And that happened like 2 or 3 times. And it wasn't super bad. It was just kind of like, there's a big turning point in Greed Island, and some crazy shit's about to go down. And it's like, let's take 2 to 3 episodes to calm everything down and watch Gon train. And it's like, that's cool and all, but you could have totally made that like half an episode, Like, I don't need to see Gon try push-ups for, 12 to 15 times before he does it. Like, you can handle time lapses better than that. At least that's just how I saw it.
Well,
if that makes sense.
Yes. I mean, I can agree to that to an extent. All I got to say is just keep watching. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
Oh, no,
like,
I am.
Me,
I'm still in. Because they grab me right back. Like in the episode 100%. Now with Genthro and like that fight with him and Gon, like, and just seeing Gon kind of like snap, but then dial it back and be like, no, we got to save him. I'm not a bad person. Like, it hooked me right back. That's the one thing, is that anytime there's down moments in Hunter x Hunter, they always hook me back within like 2 or 3 episodes. So it's not that bad. It's just like, I just feel like it could have been handled a little bit better. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, agreed. I mean,
like, I would still say it's an 8. Does that make sense? Like, just give an idea. Like, I still think Greed Island was a solid 8.5, which is very, very good. I just think that everything leading up to that was like fucking balls to the wall 10. It was fantastic so far. So I think that's why. Like, it was still really good. It just wasn't as good as the previous arc, which I'm forgetting the name of it, but it was when the troop was involved, and maybe that's all it is. Maybe, I'm forgetting.
The auction,
New York City or York New City. Yeah. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's just because York New City was so fucking like amazing. Like, maybe that's coming off that high. I don't know. But again, I don't think it's bad. It's just,
well, I mean, you gotta remember, there's a lot more moving pieces when it comes to Greed Island now, because you've got the troop in there trying to do their thing, you've got the bomber doing his thing, you've got Gon and Killua basically coming in blind, trying to figure out the purpose.
I just figured it out. I know what my issue with it is. I don't know how I didn't think about this sooner. It's you explained it with like everybody doing their thing. Is that I know it's a game and I know they're gonna get out. And it's one of those things of, I'm like, what is there? It doesn't seem like anything is going to change. It seems like they're going to get out of Greed Island, and it's going to be like, well, time to go to the next thing, which was the main, so they learned about, I always feel weird saying his name because I always feel like I'm saying it wrong, even though I'm not, but Jing, like, I feel like we see Jing or what I fucking can't pronounce his name. And we learned about what happened when, in the Razor fight, but I feel like after that it was kind of like, okay, well, they're beating Genthru, but like, why? Like, there's not real any any reason. They don't really care if they win. They don't really care if they collect all the they've never really seemed like they've had a desire. Like, their goal was just to go in, play, have fun, and learn about Gon's father. And I feel now they're getting the cards, and I feel like now it's evolving to that. But I'm kind of like, all right, well, when they fucking leave, what happens?
Well,
okay, I think that's where I'm like, what direction are we going here?
How do I want to word this without like giving anything away? Because I understand where you're coming from, but coming from someone who knows,
they'll probably answer it. I mean, I believe in the story. I believe that they're going to answer my questions.
There's a reason why they're showing you this side of Gon.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like a lot, like if you really look at Greed Island, a lot of it is showing, like, really giving you Gon, right? Because he doesn't give a fuck whether he's finishing Greed Island or whatnot.
Yeah,
he
that's
just
what I'm
wants
saying.
to,
which is kind of why I like him.
Experience the game and just have fun, right? And right now there's a reason why they're doing what they're doing.
Makes sense.
That's the best way I could put it. Okay. Like, they're getting you attached to him right now.
So don't worry is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is I think I've just been so hyped. I mean, you remember like a few weeks ago I was talking, I was like, dude, I think this might turn into my favorite anime. And I think just because it slowed down a little bit, I think it like concerned me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're on the plane and it's like the smoothest plane ride of your life. And then all of a sudden the turbulence starts a little bit. And you're like, oh God, is this the dip? Are we going to crash? Is it over? I think that's probably what it is. I think that's all it is. I think it probably is just my expectations because, I mean, you know how hyped up this anime gets.
Oh, it's good, dude. Yeah. Believe me. Trust me. Like it may have seemed a little bit slow, but there's a reason why, because just from the explanation that we just discussed of you talking about Gon,
yeah,
you now know so much about him.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I have to say, I was actually very happy. I was a little concerned that this was gonna be the spiral of his downfall, and he was gonna like go off the edge. Like when he punched Genthro, I was like, it's over. He killed him. He just this is the start. I'm like, I literally said it in my reaction. I was like, Gon's a murderer. This is the start. He's fucking snapped. It's over. And then I'm like, oh, they planned on healing him this whole oh, okay. Because I was like, he killed him. He fucking lost his arm. Motherfucker didn't give a shit. Oh my God. My little boy is not a little boy anymore. And then like it all went back to normal. I was like, oh God, thank you. I was so worried about him. I was so fucking worried about him. But that's besides the point. But
I can't wait. I can't wait to like keep talking. Like, bro,
I know. I'm
oh excited. My God, we have so much to discuss. And I can't wait to like for you to get to like the middle of the next arc, and then we actually have a discussion. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Dude, I can't wait to see what direction it goes into. But I'm expecting Hunter x Hunter to end for me at like probably a 5 out of 5 or like a 4 and 4.5 out of 5. But speaking of 5 out of 5s, Binksbrew246 from the United States rated us 5 stars on iTunes, saying highlight of my week. Other than the anime I keep up with on a weekly basis, this is the one thing I wait for continuously every week. I love listening to these guys and keeping up with Ruff's journey through One Piece, my first and favorite anime, and just hearing all their opinions on some of my absolute favorite shows like Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, JoJo, and top tier podcast. Thank you so much, Binksbrew246.
Yeah.
And another 5-star review from Jaggy Thistle 710 from Ireland. I'm Irish. Seriously, I am. I'm like 50%. My grandfather was born in Ireland. 5-star review says very epic. Thank you so much, Jaggy Thistle.
Very much epic.
Remember, you guys can go to iTunes or Apple Podcasts and rate us 5 stars. Leave a review. We read them all. So go check it out. Get sexy. Give us some recommendations on anime, or maybe just honestly give us recommendations on topics. Like, leave a review and just be like, yo, like here's an idea of something to discuss, and we'll do it.
True. We do talk about a lot of random shit sometimes.
Oh, damn it. All right. What direction do we want to go here? Do we want to talk about the, some of the anime that I finished? Because I finished 2 anime since last week. Or do we want to go into Attack on Titan? I feel like we have a lot to talk about on both sides.
You finished 2 anime last week?
Yeah. I was halfway through and I finished both.
What the shit, dude? Okay.
Do you want to go there? Or do you want to start with AOT? You let me know.
Let's go AOT. People, we've been talking for a little bit. AOT's not a bad little segue.
All right, holy fuck balls, dude. Attack on Titan has gotten fucking ridiculous. I did not expect that betrayal. However, as I said in one of my videos, fuck all of you who yelled at me and called me a moron when I was talking about why don't they rise up? Why don't they rise up and fight back? Why don't they team up with Eren and them? Why don't they team up with Paradise and fight back Barley? And everybody told me I was a fucking idiot and that wasn't possible. And what the fuck happened, motherfuckers? Now they're working together. Dude, I fucking...
That's a lot of pent-up frustration.
Oh
right
my
there, huh?
God, dude. When it happened, I was like, people attacked me so much about my thoughts on that. And I was fucking right. Oh my God. Dude, my real thing is, though, can we trust Zeke? Is Zeke a double agent or is Zeke a fucking triple agent? Because I don't know.
That's the hardest thing about anything when it comes to dealing with spies.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know they're on your side?
That and the crazy thing is it's been so fucked up, right? It's been years, right? We got to see that they've been together for years now, but they're still on edge. Rightfully so, right after what happened with Reiner and Bertholdt and them, they were infiltrated for years, so obviously they're capable of that. What I'm curious is I feel like we are in a situation where there's one of 3 outcomes here. One outcome, Zeke is a triple agent and all the other ones are also triple agents. That's, I feel like, worst case scenario, right? Like all of the people that sided with them are triple agents. Now, who knows, right? Like we know they capped some people, so I don't know. I think scenario 2 is Zeke is a triple agent, but the other ones aren't. But Zeke's betrayal causes Paradise to think that they also are against them. And then I feel like the other scenarios that they're not, they're double agents, and it's going to be a serious paired up war.
What kind of conspiracy theory?
Think about it.
Tinfoil hat?
All right, think about it.
Like,
all right, I don't know about you. Zeke, there's something about him that's sketching me out. Like the way that he, like when he's talking about wanting to see Eren, and I'm like back and forth where I'm like, I kind of understand because Eren and Zeke have never really met. And if they're working, like they're half brothers. So like I can understand from that perspective why Zeke would want to meet Eren. But at the same time, what if he just wants to fucking meet near Eren so he could eat him and take the power? So like Zeke, I don't know if I trust yet. I'm on the fence. I can't decide. I feel like I'm like where Levi's at, where I'm like, I'll fucking stand within arm's reach, but if you fucking twitch, I'm gonna cut your head off. Like I feel like that's where I'm at. But the other ones that kind of sided with them, I'm not too concerned about. Right? Maybe the blonde haired dude, he has a creepy smile at times. But like all the other people, like seeing the one dude who was so broken up that Sasha was dead, you know what I mean? And like standing up to her parents and being like, she loved my food, like please come by and eat. And like, like those moments, like them, I feel like I trust them. And I don't know if that's me being dumb, but like I feel like they seem like they're being genuine, where Zeke, I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust Zeke. And that's where I'm curious is what happens if they are actually siding with Paradise, but Zeke isn't. Because if Zeke betrays them, there's no way they're going to believe them. So like, dude, there's so many different ways this can go, but I kind of love that Attack on Titan is, they're pulling that fucking mind fuckery again, dude. Every few episodes, they pull out some crazy mind fuckery that just breaks your brain.
I mean, I think you really got to look at it as what are Zeke's reasons in the first place for betraying?
Revenge on Marley. I mean, I feel like the reasons for betraying Marley, I feel like is pretty obvious. They enslaved your entire people. They've caused you to fight wars that you don't want to. Super fucking racist, basically Nazi. Like I feel like I think the reason is there.
So then, why would he betray, like be a triple agent?
I don't know, brainwash. Where the fuck is Reiner? Like here's the thing, like
he's just on brainwash drugs.
So I was thinking about it because I was like, well, why didn't Zeke bring Reiner in on this? And that was why I started to wonder, like maybe
that's a good point.
But then I thought about it and I was like, but Reiner has a family. Reiner does have family, and as far as we know, Zeke doesn't. Right? Zeke is fucking Eren's half brother. Fucking Zeke's family's dead. Plus, he ain't got much time left. But like Reiner, if Reiner got caught, they would just assassinate all of Reiner's family. My thing is like,
That's true.
We have Falco, we have Gabby. Are they gonna work together? I don't know. Maybe Zeke isn't the triple agent, but maybe Gabby is so fucking mad. Maybe Gabby snaps and that causes that. Like, this is a world war. This is not some like civil war, fucking Germany versus the US or Paradise versus Marley. Like this is, everybody's in on this shit. The whole world of Attack. This is a world war. This is Attack on Titan World War II or 1 or however many they've had already. It's not good.
Yeah, I think everyone's just gonna get wiped out, and there's just gonna be one person left with all the Titan powers.
I was wondering the same thing. Like, would you be surprised with how much of a lunatic Eren has become? Right? Or Eren. Fucking Charon.
Charon.
Charon. We need a name for Eren, but Chad. Is this Jaeger?
Jaeger?
No, can't come up with one. Maybe comments will help us. I wouldn't be surprised if he finds a way to unleash all of the Titans of the Walls and just ends the world. And they're just like if they start to get pinned down and Eren's like, that's it. Bye, bitches. Attack. Would you be surprised? I don't know if I would be.
What I'm more curious about, one, they showed us Annie.
Yes, finally. Comatose for years.
What happens when Annie awakes?
That's a great fucking question. I don't know.
Because what value to us as a viewer does it give us them telling us Annie's alive? You know what I mean? Like
That she's still there. I mean, everybody was wondering.
yeah, but what value does that give you? Like that literally Armin's down there literally telling her a story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's telling her a story, but like as a viewer, you're like, okay, why are they showing this to me? Why are they showing me that she's there? That still she's there.
Yo.
She's been a piece off the board for how long?
Maybe that's why.
Her piece does not matter right now. Why are they showing that to her?
What if they're trying to get Annie back, bro? What if Zeke is a triple agent? He's infiltrating this shit.
I mean, it's entirely possible because the second that they showed me Annie, that was the first thought in my mind. I'm like, why are they showing this to me? Why is this relevant?
What if Gabby eats Annie?
Whoa.
Because I don't think they've ever referred to Annie, or they haven't told us what her Titan was, right? But they used the terms female Titan, and I thought that was confusing because I was like, oh, does that mean that only a woman can inhabit it? Or if a man inhabits the female Titan, does that just make it the male Titan? They didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was weird. We have the Jaw Titan, Beast Titan, there's characteristics.
The Warhammer Titan.
The Attack Titan. But then they're like, the female Titan. Does it have to be a girl? Because that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if Mikasa got it, though? I don't think that's going to happen. But a man can dream. But like, yo, what if Gabby fucking finds a way to eat Annie, and then it's fucking Gabby the Titan curb stomping bitches? Would that surprise you? She's still pissed. She's sitting in the jail cell, pent up energy, ready to murder everybody.
But how is she going to be able to break the crystal if that's the case? Because the only way to break the crystal is the Jaw Titan.
That's true. Well, see, this is where we'd have to break out the fucking whiteboard and do the Charlie Day meme and start fucking conspiracy theory. Because now we'd have to think about, okay, we know that Reiner, I'm writing this shit down, right? Reiner, he saved the Jaw Titan, right? We know that happened.
But you're actually writing this down?
Yeah. So Reiner saved the Jaw Titan, right? Cool.
Okay.
So we know that much. So they have the capability to do it. So now the real question is when, like, I think this is the most important thing, is when did Zeke, well, actually, no, we know Zeke's been there pretty much from the beginning, right? When was the timeline when the rest of them showed up? It was before the attack, right?
Oh.
Because I feel like that's what we need to, it was before the attack, though. So I don't think that timeline works out now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure that was before they went in it. I'm pretty sure all of this was before Eren like curb stomp bitches in Marley.
Yeah, because most of them weren't they? Well, no, I mean, because I don't know. Fuck, that's a good question,
right? Because that timeline? Because that's what I'm saying. If they showed up after, I don't think it's unrealistic to think that maybe they had somebody take the Jaw Titan from, I'm forgetting his name, Porco, and they infiltrated Paradise. I could see that. But if they joined before that fight, then I don't think that that's possible. I'm sure that comments will correct us. I might just be too hopped up on conspiracy theories right now. All I know is
it's entirely possible.
It's so good.
But I'm just curious why they showed us Annie. What was the relevance of that?
Answer us here. If you guys, well, I mean, if you're a manga bro, don't. But if you know about, or if you think you have an idea of why they showed Annie, let us know your conspiracy theories in the comments. I'm actually curious how many people, I guarantee there's people that have come up with way crazier conspiracy theories than us.
Tell us your conspiracy theories.
All right.
If you're a manga bro and you already know, no metagaming.
Yeah, no metagaming.
We want to know the conspiracy theorists here.
I'm going on record. I'm gonna say that I have a feeling one of two things. I think that either A, Gabby gets the female Titan, or B, Annie awakens and fucks shit up. And the only reason why I could see them doing it is I feel like Annie is probably like a fan favorite, right? Not to like a bunch of people, but I feel like there's probably a lot of people who really like Annie.
Oh, but yeah. I mean, what if Annie wakes up, goes on Rampage, and that's how Gabby gets
maybe Maybe we
Female
get
Titan.
both. We get a double rampage. We get an Annie Gabby Pound Town.
Because like, what would be the purpose of another Titan eating the female Titan? Like a male Titan eating the female
That's
Titan? Like,
what.
there's no purpose to that, right?
That's what's fucking with me. And I'm probably overthinking this, but I just find it weird that we have Attack Titan, Beast Titan, Warhammer Titan, Jaw Titan, female Titan. Like, it just seems weird. Unless they just call.
Why do you have a gender Titan?
That's what I'm saying.
When the rest are literally like they're named after their purpose.
Yeah, that's something seems weird. Unless only a female can control the female Titan.
But if that's the case, I mean, there was a female controlling the Warhammer Titan, and Eren ate her.
Well, yeah, but that's different. The Warhammer Titan wasn't named the female Titan.
True.
I feel like that's the big thing, is that the fact that the Titan was called female Titan, unless that's not actually the name, and like that's just what Paradise decided to call it
to protect it. Maybe,
I don't know,
to protect its.
I feel like we're overthinking it, but it's okay. I don't really care.
It's just, you're right though. I find it very strange that they named one Titan, that the rest of the Titans all literally are named after their purpose.
Oh, it's weird.
This one's just named female Titan.
Yeah. So I guess
you say that makes it. Why would they just name that? Although there is the Beast Titan.
The Beast Titan is a beast.
This is true.
The Beast Titan isn't called the male Titan.
His real name should be like Slingshot Titan.
Right? Fucking Zeke. That's the thing that I do. I love Zeke's Titan, dude. I really hope Zeke stays on their side because, oh God, dude. Could you imagine Zeke?
So much damage.
Could you imagine Zeke and Levi on the same team fucking shit up? That would be out of control.
That's wishful thinking there, sir.
I mean, look, dude. A man can dream. A man can dream. But that's the last conspiracy theory that I can come up with. So I finished 2 anime.
Okay. I
finished Rent a Girlfriend. Finally.
Okay.
And I finished Death Parade.
Really?
Finally sat down, rewinded an episode or two so that I, made sure that I wasn't taken off. And I have to say, I thought Death Parade was really solid. I honestly think that if they would have went the direction of, is it called Black Mirror? If they would have went in the direction of Black Mirror, where every single episode was like completely, like the Arbiters could stay there, but it was like a completely unique story specifically focused on the people who died, I feel like I would have enjoyed it way more. Like I almost feel like the actual story, like the underlying story about the Arbiter and the girl that shows up first, I almost feel like the story was fine, it was good, but I feel like the anime itself would have been better if it was just isolated stories every episode, because that was my favorite part of it. Every time they'd introduce 2 new dead people or 3 new dead people and we learned about their backstory and like saw shit go down, those were so good. Like I loved it. Like it's or maybe Black Mirror is not the right term. What's the fuck? You remember those short stories that they did on Netflix? Oh, what is it called?
Oh, Blood, Sex, and Robots, or whatever. Blood, Drugs, and Robots, or whatever that.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was Blood, Sex.
Yeah,
and
it was
Robots.
like short stories. It's kind of like the Animatrix in a way.
Yeah, so every episode was new and interesting, and like I feel like Death Parade would have been. I think it would have just been incredible if they did it that way. I still really like it. Like I still think it's like a solid 8 out of 10. I think it's fantastic. I think everybody should watch Death Parade. I think it's really, really, really good.
It's a good one.
I just wish that I really enjoyed the isolated stories, and I wish that they would have done more with it, if that makes sense.
That's fair. Okay.
Like, what I am curious about, though, your favorite death story.
My favorite death story?
I can give mine first if you want, since I've like recently saw it.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead with yours first. Let's hear yours.
So, I still really, really like, I forget if it was like episode 1 or 2, but the one of the guy cheating, and then it's like they weren't actually cheating.
With the wife.
Yeah. That one was really, really good. But the one of the detective who went on like a killing rampage because his wife was murdered, and the kid who murdered the dude who assaulted his sister, but then ended up killing the detective in the process who was going to kill that guy anyway. Like, that was just such a fucked up story. Like, have it, like, just the interactions they had with each other when playing the fucking air hockey. And it was, dude, it was such a fucked story. It was just so good.
Mean, yeah, I mean, that one was, and that's one of the things I really liked about Death Praise. It makes you think.
Yeah.
It really, you really look, because you're sitting back, you're listening to situations, you're like, damn, that's pretty fucked up. And then you keep watching, you're like, damn, that's really fucked up.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to happen. Oh God, it is happening.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just, they just did such a good job. The ending was so confusing. Like, which was fine. It was definitely meant to be confusing. But like, I would totally, like, if they were like, yo, season 2 of Death Parade is coming, I would be like, that's great. Please don't continue the story. Just give us an entire season of just side stories, just watching the arbiters judge these people. Like, I would much prefer that for them to like continue the story on.
Yeah, I mean,
personally,
you're not wrong.
I am curious people's thoughts though. Like, if
my favorite one would probably have been. See, I'm torn between the video game episode where they're playing on the consoles.
That one was good.
And the first one.
Yeah, the first one is that's the problem. I think that's Death Parade's biggest problem is you watch like the first episode and you were like, I am in, I am hooked. This is like a 10 out of 10. What the fuck is this? This is nuts. And then they take like I think it's a few episode like stop to like actually explain what is happening and like what the story is. And I almost kind of preferred them not explaining it. I kind of
guessing.
Yeah, I kind of just preferred the mystery. And I feel like if they would have just left it that way, I feel like Death Parade would have been a 10 out of 10 for me. I feel like it's still really good, but I feel like the actual story they tried to add on to it outside of the, side stories, I guess you could call them, I feel like reduced it to like an 8.5 for me.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a bad story. I just think that the mystery and like just, you just being like, what is going on? What the fuck? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, holy shit, this is dark. I feel like that is very like overwhelming in a really well written way.
I think that's why I really like the first one though. It's because you're right. Because a lot of it was you in the dark.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
What the hell's going on? He cheated. He heard her cheating. Blah blah blah. This and that and the kid, and then like everything just flips on its fucking head, and you're like, what just happened? Like who's actually in the right?
Yeah, like dude, imagine if they just cut out all of the episodes that was just the story of like the arbiters and just removed all of that, right? Like, you don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, imagine they just pulled that out. We don't know the story of the arbiter. We don't know, what's going on with them. And all it is just the tests. And that was the entire first season. Like, imagine that. Because every episode you would be like, what is happening? You wouldn't, I feel like it would, I think if they did that and then revealed the story at the end, I think it might have been better. Leave the mystery a little bit. Yeah, like leave the mystery for the end, instead of giving you the mystery in episode 2 and then you're like, all right, well,
and telling you they're basically okay,
because now I'm just along for the ride. But it's still so good and still worth a watch. I just think that it could have been handled a little bit better. That could have made it like a fucking masterpiece.
Okay,
if that makes sense. But seriously, if you have not watched Death Parade, don't worry. I don't think that we've really spoiled much at all.
It's got a kick-ass intro, by the way.
Oh my god, the music,
dude! Fire. It's on point. It's on point.
Dude, the ending is the music is so good. It's also so funny because it is totally one of those things that now I understand the people in my comments when you do an opening or an endings reaction. They're like, "Oh my god, there's so many spoilers," and you're like, "The fuck you talking about?" There's definitely no spoilers in the opening and ending, but if you've watched the whole series, there's hella spoilers. And then you really notice it. And it's like, oh my God, Jesus.
Well, one of the interesting things about Death Parade's opening is it actually shows what their original concept for the show. Yeah. Like if you're paying attention, it shows like a one scene where it's like hockey, and it shows like a bunch of, I can't think of the other sports, but like a couple other sports that we've never seen before, and it's not on the show. And the whole reason why that was the whole concept, was literally what you described, to my knowledge, is they wanted to, you know, make a show basically about purgatory.
Yeah, which I think would have been great. I mean, they kind of did, but you know what I mean. Like, I just feel like if every episode was like a individually contained story about people being judged in purgatory, I just feel like it would have been so good. It's just, I don't know. And so, yeah, that's fantastic. Check it out. And Rent a Girlfriend, cannot believe I waited so long to finish it. It is so fucking good.
There's so much sexual frustration.
It is. It's so good, though. Like, I have to say, man, they wrapped up that season. Like, I have blue balls and a half. I don't want to wait. Like, I'm debating reading the manga. I'm not even going to lie.
I mean, yeah, they do a great job of wetting your whistle, I guess is the best way to put it. Like getting you, you're thinking about it.
Wet your whistle.
Wetting my whistle.
I haven't heard that term in so long. Whistle. Fucking ridiculous. Oh, dude, I'm a little weirded out because, like, I don't know how I feel about them adding the other new girl, but I feel like it's just gonna make season 2 that much more crazy.
Oh, the
I'm forgetting her name. She was in like the last like episode or two.
Yeah, I can't think of her name either. I can't.
She's the new Rent-A-Girlfriend who's like super shy.
Yeah, but he's like trying to like help her along the way, and
dude, Ruka,
slowly becoming more sexual frustrated with her.
I feel so bad for Ruka. She is such a sweetheart. She is such a nice girl. And, like, don't get me wrong, I understand he loves Chizuru and all that. Like, I get it. And it's obvious that she definitely has feelings for him and she refuses to acknowledge it. But Ruka's such a good girl. She's like, really busting her ass to be a good fucking, you know, girlfriend. A little crazy at times. But, I mean, you know, how can somebody not act a little crazy when they're, like, in a relationship with somebody who's, like, also in a rental relationship with somebody else? Who's then also going on other rental girlfriend dates to help out the other rental girl. Like, it's such a weird fucking situation, man. You there?
There's a lot of sexual frustration. And now, like, I'm thinking back in that fucking show, and it's like, I guess the best way to put it is, I don't miss the blue balls.
Dude, you gotta.
I love the anime. I don't miss the blue balls.
That's fair. I feel like you gotta like put yourself in the mindset of like his age. Like, it's one of those weird things where I'm like, if you were in that position, how would you handle it? And then I think about it and I'm like, I don't know. So the more I think about that, the more I understand why it's so ridiculous and why he keeps getting in these shitty positions. Because it is one of those things where, like, he's genuinely, like, not a bad guy. He's actually, like, a pretty fucking decent person. Especially for, like, a young teenage boy.
He is. He's just going for the wrong people.
Yeah. He's just, like, keeps getting shafted.
Just stop paying for female escorts. That's the number one thing.
Just fucking date Ruka.
Date the people who want to spend time with you without you having to pay them.
Right? Like, she's free. She's cool. She's cute. She obviously likes him a lot. But nah, he's like, gotta date Chizuru. I gotta get in on that rental girlfriend action. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Mammy. I fucking hate that stupid cunt. I don't even know if that's how her name's pronounced, but I don't give a shit. Stupid American bitch. I'm American. I'm allowed to say that.
Her little
4th of July
American
fucking
flag,
titties.
freaking bikini.
Yeah, fuck that hoe. I hate her. God damn it! I want to drop kick her off. That's going too far. So something that's not anime related.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic 2 has been announced.
The movie?
Yeah, baby. For those that haven't seen it, they fucking did a really good job. The Sonic movie was fantastic. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh my god! What? It was so good. Shockingly good.
I don't know. Like I saw all the Twitter stuff. I appreciate that they redid it. I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it.
God damn it, bro. Come on, dude. You're killing me. You're killing me. No, seriously, though. Check
Jim
it out.
Carrey was Eggman, right?
Yeah, dude. Because I'll tell you, we all saw the horror when when they unveiled what Sonic was going to look like, and they fixed it. And I'll tell you, it was fucking great. Like,
Really?
it was really, really, really good. And the way that they handled the ending, which I won't spoil because you haven't seen it, really like set up a sequel really, really well. And obviously now we're getting one. It was announced like 2 days ago. Yeah. Like, let me see.
I'm not surprised that they're giving us a second one. I mean, Sonic is an icon.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's been around literally forever, and a reason why like I remember playing like my Sega Game Gear, freaking just running around Sonic collecting rings all day, and then stumbling over something stupid and losing all the stupid rings and having to go collect them and hate myself. Yeah, I remember those days.
So it's coming in 2022. You have a decent amount of time to watch it.
So okay,
but seriously, give it a shot because it's really, really, really good. There's apparently a announcement teaser.
Announcement teaser?
Yeah, it's 33 seconds.
Okay.
Oh. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm pretty sure that the teaser is just showing the logo. Yeah, it's literally just showing the logo, saying it's in theaters April 8th next year. That's it. Yeah. And then you'll see something with the 2. They did something funny with the logo, which you might pick up on, you might not. But it's seriously, check it out. It's really good. But I just wanted to bring that up. I assumed that you saw it, and I thought that we were gonna, potentially talk about it a little bit, but I was wrong.
You know what happens when you assume, right?
Look, dude, I'm the king of assumptions. Is that the word? Assumptions.
Assumptions.
Yeah, I would talk about One Piece, but I don't think I've watched anymore since I spoke with you. I was gonna record a bunch of One Piece today and Hunter x Hunter today, and then I forgot we had our meeting and we had to record.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Really?
What? What'd you do?
I just looked at Sonic 2's icon.
Yeah.
I already know. My boy.
God, dude, you just
coming home.
Just go watch. Trust me. Like, seriously.
I'll look into it. Okay, I'll look into it. Now that I know that they're continuing and bringing my boy back. Okay, I'm not gonna say who it is. You'll fucking figure it out just by looking at literally the icon.
It's so good. Oh my god. Yeah. So there's no fucking anime news to talk about, and I haven't seen much else. I don't even know what else to talk about. Shit. I don't know. Do you have anything? I mean, we can make this a shorter episode this week. It's not a big deal.
We've kind of discussed. We've discussed a lot so far.
I know it's been this weird lull for the past 2 months. There's been no anime news. There's My Hero manga news, but we can't even really talk about it because we fucking aren't. We haven't read the manga for that. True. It excites me for the future, but who the fuck knows how long it's going to take for the anime to catch up to the manga. I didn't get spoiled or anything. It just apparently the manga is taking a dark turn, is what I've been hearing. Which, I refuse to look into it more than that because I don't want to get spoiled. But that sounds cool. That's exciting. I've been looking forward to My Hero hopefully getting dark, and I didn't think they ever would. So I hope they do. Excites me for the future.
This is going to be very interesting. I mean, if
we're supposed to be getting the new season. When does the new season come out? Hold on. Let's take a look. Let's talk about My Hero. I think it's season 5, right? Yeah, season 5.
Yeah, season 5.
March 27th. Next month.
So a month and a half?
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Well, shit, guys. You heard it. Month and a half. We're going to have new My Hero. And that'll probably be what we're going to be discussing. So does that end? Does that start right around Attack on Titan ending then?
I think so. I think that sounds about right. I think. I might be wrong about that though. So don't quote me on it. I love My Hero. My Hero is one of those ones where it's I feel like it's the anime that I can put up whenever. It's not amazing. It's not a 10 out of 10, but it is one of my favorite 8 out of 10 or 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoy My Hero, but it is definitely not you know, fucking amazing. But I love it. Actually curious, what are your thoughts on My Hero?
My thoughts on My Hero?
Yeah.
I love the concept.
What would you scale it on, like a scale 1 to 10? I'm going season like 1 through 3. I think was like a solid, like, I feel like season 1 was like 7.5. I feel like season 2 and 3 was like a solid like 8, and then I feel like season 4, like this past season, was like kind of mediocre, like a 7. So like
This
overall,
past season, I mean, there was a lot more character development in this past season.
oh yeah, I know they're setting shit up. I just meant like in terms of just my enjoyment. Like, I know it's going to be important.
I will say the whole fight and seeing him use full cowling, right? That's what he was using.
I think that's what it's called.
It's
been a while.
What was it? 100%? Like being able to like literally see him fucking just go ham. That right there,
it shows you like the potential. I think I think that's why I like My Hero so much. Is that even though it's not like incredible, it's not like, you know, it's not one of those ones where like I don't know if I'd put My Hero in my top 5. I'm not even sure if I'd put My Hero in my top 10. But I think that My Hero has like the highest ceiling. I feel like My Hero has the possibility to like be one of those like fucking flagship titles and become like fucking god tier in the future. Like, I feel like if they handle the story well and they bring it in the right direction, like this like, let's be honest here, My Hero could last for years.
True.
You know?
Very true.
Like, see them grow up and shit. Like, I feel like that would also be cool. If we see them grow up and it gets darker as they fucking get older, like, that would be fucking cool. I'm down for that. Like, I just feel like the ceiling. Like, and that's what they've done with him. They're like, oh, fucking Deku, 1%, 5%. He tapped into 100, but for like, you know, a second. And then you have All Might, so it's like 800%. And it's like, oh, okay. So like, fucking this could go anywhere. Like, this just could keep going up.
I mean, because it's just gonna get stronger. I mean, that's the whole purpose of the power.
That's why I like it so much, dude. Like, the movie. You've seen the movies, right?
Yeah,
the movies are incredible. The movies, like, especially the most recent movies, like,
are the movies canon?
Nope. And I was really upset when I found that out.
Really?
Yeah, the movies are incredible. It's kind of funny because I think that if I were to review them, I think I'd review the movies like higher than the show. Like the last movie, I forget what it's called, but that was like a 10. It was fucking fantastic. It was incredible for an anime movie. It was so good. That might be biased because I was seeing it in the theaters, but still. Oh, dude. Oh my god. It was. My Hero, you have the potential to be a One Piece, a Naruto, like, you have potential. We just need to see. There. We just need to see like it's like unrealized potential. Like, it might not ever happen. But I'm hoping.
Just tap
I'm clinging. I'm clinging. God, Mario needs to come back. I love that, man. We're gonna get into like a tangent. I love Mario.
I mean, the whole thing with Mario just dude, it tugs at your heartstrings, man. It really does.
I should go back and rewatch My Hero. I shouldn't, because there's way other anime that I need to see, but I'm really
want to I mean, dude, you got a month and a half. Honestly,
dude, I've been tempted. I mean, honestly, a month and a half, I could probably like. What I realistically should do is I probably should sit back and I should read the manga up into the season 4. You know, because I've already watched it. Reading the manga would be faster, I think.
If that's what you feel like works best for you.
I don't know. Damn it. I don't. Oh, fuck. I hope this next season's good. I hope it's not. It probably will be, but I hope it's not too much build up. I hope it's not another season 4. I guess is where I'm getting at. I feel like season 4 was just, it had good moments, but I feel like it was just too much of a decline for me. God damn you, My Hero bullshit.
It's good. Now you want to go back and watch it.
I know, I do. Just do it. All right, I honestly want to know, like, if you're here this far into the podcast, like, let us know your thoughts, because I really, whether you tweet it at us at 90noanime on Twitter, NaniNoAnime, Nani no anime Twitter, and just be like, because we need to really start using that Twitter more. I fucking
Yeah, we
never
really
use it.
do. Guys,
So,
tweet at us, please.
tweet at
Okay,
us.
mate.
Follow it. I'm just dumb and forget to bring it up. So we do have it. I just forget
We do
to
have
use it.
Twitter.
I'm gonna start using it more. But seriously, any topics you'd like to see, tweet it at us. But most importantly, like I want to know, and like, what is your thoughts on My Hero? Do you guys love it? Do you hate it? Are you one of the My Hero haters who hate on it because it's popular? You know what? Like, what are your thoughts? Because I stand by the fact that I feel like I really do think that it just has like almost uncapped potential, and it's just not realizing that potential. But I still feel like it's there because, like, is it the world? Maybe it's the world. I feel like the world is so well written that as long as they can get the characters to on the level that the world is, it could fucking just. That makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
That's my thought process, at least.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. Guys, thank you so much. This has been Nani No Anime episode. I don't know if it's 36, 37. I'm not sure. We talked about a lot of things. And Carly, don't worry. I actually took some notes. I forgot to take notes towards the second half, but I took notes for the beginning half.
Good job,
So,
Ruff.
Again,
Proud
if you
of
guys if you guys want clips for this, swing over to the Nani No Anime TikTok. We hit 25,000 today, which is insane. A quarter of 100K. So that's the goal, is trying to hit 100K on TikTok for the Nani No Anime podcast by the end of the year. And the more support that you guys have shown the podcast, the more that we can branch out. We want to get a Nani No Anime highlights podcast or YouTube channel made where I can upload, individual chats for those of you who maybe can't watch the whole thing. And, for those that do watch the whole thing, thank you. You guys have skyrocketed. The audio listeners have gone up 5 times since we started on TikTok, which is
insane,
absolutely mental. So everybody that has come from TikTok, thank you all so much. Remember, the video is on my YouTube channel at RuffSenpai, but I'm going to be working on getting the Nani No Anime highlights channel hopefully started soon. We'll see if we can make that happen. And if we do that, I'll probably put a playlist of the actual podcast in there. And then hopefully we can get to the point where I can actually take the podcast off my channel and give it its own YouTube channel. But podcasts are weird, and full podcasts don't really do well on YouTube.
Yeah, they're very difficult.
Which is, it's a thing. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for the love. We love your faces. Like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're not, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, all of the things. And remember to leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. And we will read it, even if it's a comment about SeeOhKnee's nipples. Thank you all so much. We love your faces. And we'll see you in the next episode, bitches. What? The first half of whatever it is you said didn't come through. I heard pulls.
Nipples.
Nipples.